Sewage everywhere. And it's not only the Deben River in Suffolk. Thanks Theresa Coffey for that one. Well, sewage, sludge, fertiliser, well, it's polluting our farmland and our food with diseases and chemicals. And this is according to experts, but we shouldn't listen to the experts, should we? Apparently people had enough of experts, according to Michael Gove. What a plonker. Anyway, yeah, please boot the old like button, and there will be a secret word at the end of this video. And if you want to support the channel, you do a Patreon or buy us a coffee. There's also a GoFundMe link down below. In the description, that is. So, Brits, yes, also in Scotland. Well, actually not swimming in poo in Scotland, I'll give them that, yeah. But, you'll see in a moment what I'm on about. Well, the English are swimming and eating poo. And you probably didn't even know it, no. Sewage sludge is often contaminated. And if you're wondering what sewage sludge is a byproduct from wastewater treatment. It's all the nasty stuff that's left behind. And the farmers get hold of it, you see. Yeah, they get it for a pittance. And they can spread that on the fields, they do. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's probably, oh, that's that muck spreading they're doing. Yeah, that's muck spreading from the cows, which eat grass. Which it is in some cases, yes. But not just that, no. It's also sludge from the wastewater treatment plants, which happen to be full of, pathogens and what have you. Yes, they're contaminated, this sewage sludge, with nasty crap. Pathogens that pretty much passed through our bodies and ended up in our poo and down the toilets and into the sewage plants. Some of it gets treated, some of it goes in the rivers and the seas. And that does get treated, ends up, well, in this sludge, trapped. Pathogens, chemicals and tiny particles of plastic. In turn, this stuff is, well, spread over our soils at the farms and what have you, for which we grow our crops. Yes, it's polluted the soil. The soil which the farmers grow the food that we eat. Now, I don't know if it happens here as well. I know the farmers definitely spread cow muck. But there are a lot of wastewater treatment plants in the country here that are reed bed systems, you see, so we don't get the sludge, no. Well, using human sewage sludge as a fertiliser without any further processing, quite frankly, is just stupid. But what sort of further processing could we do to render it safer? It's not going to get rid of the microplastics, mind. It might not even get rid of the PFA chemicals, but you can get rid of the pathogens by hot composting it. Without doing that, that is literally just stupid. Well, it's polluting the farmland, the watercourse, and food, with diseases and forever chemicals. Lovely. So these farmers, they use this sludge, and it's a byproduct of wastewater treatment. As a low cost, they say natural fertiliser for soil. But it's not natural. No, it's not natural when you consider what we throw down our toilets. From chemicals to plastics. And I know you ladies out there will say, well, I put my sanitary products in the bin beside our toilet. Some of you may. But I guarantee you, many do not. Once you flush the handle and it's gone, it's out of your minds. Forever. Just down the toilet to get trapped somewhere, maybe in a fatberg or something. And what about your chip fryers and all that sort of stuff? Weeks of fry-ups and what have you, going into the deep fat fryer. What do? You wait to get cold. I need to get rid of this. What am I going to do with it? Oh, I'll put it down the sink and run the tap for a bit. That'll be gone then, and I haven't got to think about it. Same with chemicals and, yeah, that you use for cleaning your pots and pans all end up down the sink. Heading towards the, wastewater treatment plants. Then what happens to it? Well, it either gets pumped out to sea or into the rivers or gets treated. And then you end up with this sewage sludge. which the farmers then buy and put it onto the field, and the cycle continues, and it ends up in our food, and we eat the food, and we then poop the food, and it goes on and on and on. But it builds up. And environmental groups have warned that it's also, well, often contaminated with these pathogens. And there's a whole list of pathogens, and lots of them I can't pronounce, such as this one, Giardiasis, I don't know how to say that, there you go, and hepatitis A, and various others. There's hundreds of them. Different pathogens that are potentially in our poo. Well, then we've got all these chemicals. Forever chemicals, which are found to be dangerous for the digestive tract. And tiny particles of plastics, in turn polluting the soil. The cycle continues again and again and again. You see, everything is connected to it. If you don't look after your soil, well, you're not looking after yourselves. You really are not. The thing is, we're not in control. No. If you buy the majority of food from the supermarkets, you definitely are not in control. So it makes sense, if you can, grow as much food as you possibly can yourselves, to reduce the levels of contaminants you are consuming. Makes sense, you see. And it said this pollution is not, a charity organisation said that this pollution is not covered under existing regulations. It's a free-for-all, absolute free-for-all. The practice of spreading sewage sludge, it risks the accumulation of these pollutants in farmland and crops, food, and our water courses. Gets trapped, you see, then slowly released again. Now, forever chemicals and microplastics distributed by these farmers will build up in time, rendering the soil a toxic wasteland. God, lovely. Sounds a bit dystopian to me. Well, anyway, my secret word of today is the trots. If you don't watch what you're doing, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the trots. You know, diarrhea. Lovely. Leave that in the comments down below. And like I say, if you want to boop the L like button, it does help the channel, you know. And God, don't I need some help. In more ways than one. And also we're doing rewilding here in France, we are, because we do like the environment. And don't forget, we've also got another channel, it's called Earth Trifle. I just started it not that long ago, but I'll start uploading more videos on it. It's a bit more positive than this channel. So I'll pop over there, it's called Earth Trifle, and I'll leave a link in the description down below, so you can have a look for yourself. Well, yeah, we're planting trees here. Around 1,000 trees. It's probably going to be more looking at it, on 2 hectares of land. And if you're a part of that, there's also a GoFundMe link down below where you can basically purchase a tree, and I will plant a tree on your behalf, and I will make a sign to go with that tree, either the router or pyrography. Either way, you'll have a sign or memory of somebody that you love or pet. We're also making bat boxes, bird boxes, or bird houses, bat roosts, but also owl roosts as well. Obviously, that's not fixed there. I just stuck it on a wonky post. Okay, that's not staying there. That's going on to the back of our barn, which is behind you. Anyway, the links are down below if you want to be part of that project, but also our other channel, which is called Earth Trifle, and on there is everything kind of green, environmental. It's also relatively trying to keep it as positive as I can, and also gardening and what have you as well. But that's what I love to do, you see. It's not just woodworking and talking about our mad politics, things that I find rather shocking and ridiculous. But we have to look after our land. If we don't look after our land or after our soil and our environment, how on earth are we supposed to look after ourselves? Doesn't make any sense, because we're destroying it. Oh well. Ta-ta. Be good. Anyway, have a lovely day. And don't forget, the word of the day is the trots. Ta-ta.